Can you tell me your name, please?
Jonathan McConnell.
And how did you find Leisure Industry Academy?
It was actually recommended to me by a friend who had seen it online. He was interested in doing level 2, getting into personal training, and he was sort of steered me in this direction.
So you and your friend both decided to do a level 2 together?
He's actually doing a PGCE, so he's doing teaching, but he ultimately, I think he wants to get into the fitness industry, but actually his parents were sort of forcing him down that route, so he felt obligated to go and to do that, whereas I didn't have any pressure, so I just went ahead and sort of booked the course basically. And
how did you find your level 2 gym instructor course?
It's quite eye-opening, you know, the amount of stuff you would go through, you know, and in terms of the knowledge that you actually get in the 2 weeks. So, you know, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and you know, I definitely recommend it to anyone thinking about doing it. Just get it booked and get on it, because you know, it can obviously open many doors for you. So
when you done your level 2 course with Leisure Industry Academy, what was the class like? You know, what was the level of knowledge already in the class?
Ranging from, you know, people that had degrees to people that had absolutely no experience of gym or fitness at all, and you know, I think everybody, no matter what level they come in, definitely got something out of the course. So you know, it wasn't, you know, gym bunnies or, you know, very educated people. You know, it was a broad range of people there, so it was quite enjoyable. Okay,
so obviously after you completed your level 2 gym, you then moved on to your level 3. Do you mind me asking why you thought level 3 would be an ideal choice for you, rather than maybe going down the group fitness route for the likes of GF Resistance, GF Revolution and so on?
I had a very positive experience with a personal trainer, you know, and that's ultimately what I wanted to do. So level 2 was the first step, and I knew before I'd done my level 2 that I'd be moving on to level 3. I'd worked with a guy who's extremely knowledgeable, and you know, covered a broad range of you know, exercises, stretches, lifestyle, nutrition, and you sort of from working with him, that was what crystallised my decision to move into the fitness industry. So that's why I was always going to go straight on to get my level 3 done as soon as I can, and then obviously move on. You would say it's just the foundation level, and move on and expand my knowledge basically.
So yourself, you had a personal trainer, was that before you done your level 2 course?
Yeah, that was before. I sort of had maybe a lower opinion of fitness professionals, put it that way. I didn't actually sort of come to understand the knowledge, the qualifications, the experiences that they have, and he sort of changed my mind on it. I'd always been quite interested in sport and fitness, but didn't see PT and as a viable, you know, sort of future for me, because I honestly didn't have maybe the respect for them that I do now. So you know, he completely changed my mind and showed me the possibilities, and you know, obviously the range of people that he was working with, the type of exercise he was doing. So you know, he had me, you know, in a field flipping tires and pulling sandbags, but then the next day he had, you know, an older lady, not an elderly lady, you know, doing some stabilisation, things like that, and that, you know, I really opened my eyes to the broad range of the, obviously, you know, people that you would work with, and your day, how vastly different one day could be from the next. So.
Okay, do you mind me asking a question? How much do you pay your personal trainer?
I was paying him £30 a session, and we were on 3 times a week for a couple of months.
Right, okay.
So paying him a fortune, but we wanted to get we were very interested, and you know, we found we got an awful lot out of it. We started off only once a week, but then we just found that, you know, we got better results, we worked better, more focused, performed better when he was there, and you know, that meant obviously sort of, you know, booking in for the extra sessions. But to be honest, I would recommend it. I wouldn't change it.
What's your goal now, obviously, after you complete and successfully complete your level 3?
Once I get my level 3 done, hopefully, obviously going to freelance personal training. I'd love to get into DW, where I train at the minute. That would be my ultimate goal. I've talked to Gary, my instructor, and I'm going to go on to do a NASM, corrective exercise specialist, in October. So that's the next course that I want to do. I think that's, you know, a great step, and you know, identifying obviously maybe postural, muscular imbalances, and you know, just getting people fixed rather than, you know, training people and you're not correcting the wee things that are wrong. So that's what.
Maybe me asking, what are you employed at the minute, or are you unemployed? Or?
I actually had to leave my job. I'd worked in retail for 10 years, so I'd started off sales and then into management. And unfortunately, just couldn't get the time off work. So I've been prepping for this for a while. So saving up a bit of money, putting the plans in place, and then just had to leave my job 2 weeks ago to come and do the course. So it's a bit of a big step, and a gamble. But I'm, you know, obviously hoping that it'll pay off, and I'm sure it will. You know, good confidence in myself. So
you left your job obviously in retail to set up, and this was all due to meeting this one personal trainer.
I would have hand on heart say if I didn't meet Gary, then I wouldn't be here now, and I would still be a retail manager doing the same day-to-day chore basically that I've been doing for the last few years. So there's one guy in the fitness industry that sort of, you could say, changed my life for want of a better phrase.
And what would you say to those people who are in a similar position, who've always thought about getting into the fitness industry or becoming a personal trainer? What would you say to them?
I think it's a massive growth industry. It's so varied as well. It's one thing that I realised once I started looking into it. You're not pigeonholed into a certain type of trainer or doing a certain type of exercise. The possibilities are endless. I think from a lifestyle point of view, nobody would regret it. And just obviously get the plans in place, get your education sorted out, you get a good foundation, and then just get out there and do it. Because